Good morning and welcome to another adventure. It's just gone 7:30, just pulled up into a parking spot on the North Bay at Scarborough, and the temperature is a whopping great 1 Celsius. Yeah, I'm going surfing apparently. The water is allegedly about 10 degrees, which anybody who knows water temperature knows that's not warm. But that said, it'd be a lot warmer than being out in the air if the air temperature is like 1 degree. And I've also got a winter wetsuit, 5mm, so that should keep me warm. Although I could have done with a hood, which I haven't purchased yet. I've spent far too much already this payday, so I'll just have to grin and bear it. But looking like some good swell out there, so I might get some good waves. I'm just going to have a brew and a bit of something to eat before I get kitted up and get in. And I'm hoping it might warm up a little bit because I don't want to strip down to me swimming trunks when it's this cold. So I'll never get warm again. So with a bit of luck today, I'm going to have a chest mounted GoPro on. I'm going to have a GoPro mounted on the board, so you'll see me failing spectacularly from several different angles today, all being well. It's still a little bit on the dusky side light-wise, so I'm going to give it a while to brighten up properly so that we get some decent footage, because I'm doing it in a half light. It'll just be a bit grainy and horrible. So hopefully the next clips you see will be me falling in the water several times. This video will probably only be a short one because I've not car camped. I've just driven up this morning, and you don't want to see hours and hours of me just falling off my board. Hopefully I'll get some decent footage of me looking good, if nothing else. I might not be doing good, but if I'm looking good, that's the main thing. So I'll bring you back in a bit. See you later. Okay, so I'm all suited and booted, ready to go. Surf's on its way out, as in the tide-wise, but we're not doing too bad as far as swell's concerned. It's going to get better towards lunchtime, so I've got plenty of time to warm up. It's actually not too bad now the sun's come up a bit. I don't know what temperature is, but I've got my wetsuit on. Feeling fairly warm. Won't be some more when I get in, but hey-ho, rock and roll. See you on the other side. Okay, a little update. Struggling. Steve's not as good as I was hoping, but also my new board is hard to get used to because it's a lot less floaty than my previous boards I've used for beginners. So this is quite hard to get used to, and the sea is pretty rough, so I'm struggling all around. And also, just as I was adjusting my GoPro on the front of my board, the clip snapped. So I must be destined not to get any decent video of me surfing because two things have gone wrong so far. Firstly, when I got down the beach from board, the clip that holds my GoPro onto my board cracked and snapped, so it wasn't very secure, and I thought with the amount of waves hitting it, I don't want to risk losing it, so I sacked it off. So I had to come back to the car and bin that off. And then it's that cold that the GoPro battery is not renowned for being super long lasting. And so basically what's happened is my battery's lasted all of, I don't know, 20 minutes, if that. I mean, they're not long anyway, but when it's cold they're even worse. So
I've got very little footage. Just say I've just gotten, the battery's gone now. So I've struggled today, I'll be honest with you. I have struggled because the surf's not great, unfortunately. The tide is going out, so it makes it a little bit harder. It's going to come in again in about an hour, so I'm just having a breather and I might go back out in a bit. It's bloody cold. My new board, as brilliant as it is, it's a lot harder than using a beginner board, which is like a foam board. And they float, they're a lot longer and they float a lot easier, and they float on top of the water, whereas normal surfboards tend to float in the water. So when you sit on them, they're actually 2 or 3 inches under the water. So it's a lot harder. So that's taken a bit of getting used to. And I've stood up a couple of times, but the waves just don't seem to have the power. It's a bit like last week. So I'm getting up and then just sinking straight away. I think I might book another lesson. Now I've got my new board to maybe practice. I'm not afraid to admit that I'm not very good at it, you know, straight away, and it's bloody hard. My mate Chris in Australia told me he's been practicing, you know, several times a week for years, and he's just got good at it. And he says he's not good at it, but he's, you know, he can stand up and he can do stuff. So if you're watching, Chris, you know, hats off to you, because it's impressive. So I'll leave it there for now. I probably won't do any more surfing footage simply because, well, my battery's gone on one, I can't touch the other one. Like I say, it's just, this could be a very, very short video if I bother putting it out at all. But thanks for watching, I hope you've enjoyed it. If I get any more footage, I'll put it in. If I don't, I won't. But as always, it's been great fun, regardless of how many times I've stood up or not. You know, I know I'm prattling on a bit now, but doing things, it's about the enjoyment in it. You know, it's not a competition. You know, yeah, technically surfing is a sport, but I'm not competing against anybody. I just want to do it for fun, and it's just about doing some happy days off, chilling, having a nice hobby, and enjoying myself. You know, and I can't really afford any more hobbies, so now I've committed to this one. I better get good at it fairly soon, otherwise I wasted a hell of a lot of money. So I'll leave it for there now, and I'll speak to you in a bit. See ya.
Well, I'm out of the water a little bit sooner than expected. I got wiped out, and as I got flipped off the board's come down on my thigh, and one of the fins, or several of the fins, I can't tell for definite, but one of the fins cracked me right at the top of the thigh, and I got a really bad dead leg. So yeah, so I mean, to be fair, it's 1:30 and I've been in since about 8:30, so you know, it's a decent day's surfing. I don't know what footage I've got, if I've got anything worth sharing, or if it's just going to be me wiping out and lots of water. It was quite a tough day again. New board was tough. The waves were just rolling waves, not a lot of, not a lot of energy in the waves, so there was loads of surfers out there today and everybody was struggling to get up and catch a wave. So, you know, I know it's not just me. If I can see other people doing and struggling, you know, that clearly know what they're doing, then I don't feel so bad. But yeah, it's just been one of those days today, but I've enjoyed it as ever. New wetsuit performed really well. I didn't realise how warm it was keeping me until I got back to the car and I pulled it down and I realised how cold it was. It's about 7 or 8 degrees here and the water's about 10 or 11. I got colder sitting and having a rest than I did when I was in the water, so highly recommend. It's a O'Neill Epic. I got the O'Neill Epic wetsuit and the O'Neill Epic boots, and yeah, I can't complain about how warm I've been. Only complaint I will have, not about what I have got, it's what about I haven't got. I've been meaning to get a hood. You'll probably see people in winter surfing with like a balaclava type thing on. Been meaning to get one of those, but I spent so much this payday that I decided against it. But it wasn't too bad, but when you wipe out and a big wave hits you on the head, it's like brain freeze. It's horrible. So it's like, you know, not very nice. If you've ever done Tough Mudder or like that and you go in the Arctic enema, it's like that. It's just, oh, it's so cold, but you're not under the water for long, so you shake it off. But I think it would be beneficial to have one in future, so next payday or maybe before, to be fair. So I don't really have a lot else to say. You know, I don't know if I'm going to share this video. I know it's not for everybody. I will do wild camping wise. I don't know if I'm going to go out again until sort of it gets a bit warmer, because while the nights are long, you know, you're in your tent for 4:30 and it's dark, and you don't get out your tent till 8 o'clock in the morning when it's getting light. So it's a long time to be in the tent. I did it a couple of times last winter, and I love wild camping, but I hate being cold. And you know, this time of year when it's up in the mountains, you're getting like sort of 0 degrees to -5 and -10 wind chill. So that said, in February, February, I've got a winter skills course with Haley Webb Mountain Adventures, the same person I'm doing Everest with. So I'm hoping to do a video of that, although you know, I'm not quite sure what that'll entail, because that's 3 days of training up in the Cairngorms, I think. So that could be interesting. So fingers crossed. There'll be another video, whether it be a surfing video or a walking video or whatever. There'll be another video before February, I should imagine. I don't think it'll be a wild camping video, so we'll just have to wait and see. I'm sorry I'm not putting out the content as regularly as I was, but it's winter now, so you know, I do less camping as I did last year. Anyway, I'll leave it for now. I'm waffling again, but thanks so much if you watched this one. I know it's a bit different. If you haven't liked it, apologies. Just something a bit different, and you know, my channel's always been about my adventures. It just happens to have been wild camping mainly and walking, but you know, I've got other hobbies and they'll feature as well. So you know, if I start skydiving, I'll start, you know, putting videos of skydiving on. So it's just about me and what I do in my spare time. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't, sorry, can't please everybody all the time. I'll see you next time. See ya.